What does a demigod drink after conquering a planet? For some, it's a goblet of warp-infused ambrosia. For others, just water in a perfectly forged glass. Today we're matching the Emperor's sons to the drinks they'd raise in celebration or vengeance. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. But even Primarchs must pause, to reflect, to plan, or to simply drink. Whether you're a fan of the loyal, the damned, or the misunderstood, each Primarch's character offers clues to what might fill their chalice. Now here's the challenge. There's no official drink list in the codices. Few Primarchs are ever depicted drinking. They weren't built for indulgence. But culture, personality, legion rituals, these all hint at what each of these demigod generals might favor. From Sanguinius's angelic grace to Angren's rage, and Curz's cold nihilism to Magnus's thirst for knowledge, drinks can tell stories. Let's raise a glass, legion by legion. Horus, Warmaster's choice, a fine vintage Amasec, smooth, sophisticated, and deceptively strong. Horus's drink would be a rich, aged Amasec. Imagine the warm embrace of caramel and oak on the tongue, with a burn that comes late, catching you off guard, just like his betrayal. Leman Russ, Fenrisian Ale, a blood mead, strong and wild. Leman Russ wouldn't sip, he'd roar and guzzle. Fenrisian Ale is honey sweet at first, but it hits you with a savage, herbal burn, the kind of drink that leaves your throat raw and your heart pounding. Brewed to knock down mortals and test the mettle of Astartes. Rogel Dawn, ice water, pure, cold water. Rogel Dawn doesn't drink for pleasure. His choice would be pure mineral-rich water, chilled to near freezing, crisp and clean with no room for indulgence, as functional and flawless as his defenses. Robert Gilliman, McCragan red wine, refined red wine. Structured and elegant, this red wine offers layers, deep berries, a dry finish, balanced acidity. Gilliman would drink not to forget or indulge, but to reflect, a perfect match for a calculated mind in a world of chaos. Ferrus Manus, Ferrus Stout, heavy metallic-infused brew. Thick and bitter, this brew carries the smoke of forge fires and the sting of metal. Each sip tastes like scorched malt, iron and ash, a drink you endure, not enjoy. The kind you raise with blackened hands. Vulcan, fire wine, spiced volcanic wine, a blast of warmth on the first sip, then a wave of cinnamon, cloves and deep volcanic earth. There's sweetness here, but it's earned. Vulcan's drink feels like being wrapped in a forge cloak, comforting but fiercely hot. Corvus Corax, Raven's Blood Stout, jet black, bitter stout. Thick and shadowy, this stout clings to the glass. Tastes of bitter cocoa, roasted malt, and a long smoky finish, the kind of drink best had in solitude while mourning what could have been. Sanguinius, Angel's Ambrosia, sparkling celestial wine. Light as air, this radiant wine sparkles in the glass like starlight. Floral on the nose with a hint of sweetness and a tragic depth that lingers long after. A toast to hope and loss. Lion L. Johnson, Calibanite Root Tonic. Bitter, nightly herbal brew, harsh and earthy, like a draught from the deep woods. The drink is steeped in tradition, layered with bitterness and astringent herbs. It numbs the tongue and sharpens the mind, a night's focus in liquid form. Jagatai Khan, fermented mare's milk. Kumis sour, fizzy, and slightly creamy. It hits the palate like a wild ride, sharp and unpredictable. It's a drink that invigorates the body and awakens the senses, perfect for a soul always in motion. Mortarion, Reaper's Rot, swamp distilled liquor, caustic and smoky. It burns going down. You taste rot and peat, a hint of mold, like the marshlands of Barbarous distilled. Every sip is a reminder of suffering, persistence, and decay. Magnus the Red, Psychana Elixir, warp-infused draught. It glows with colors that don't exist. The taste, electric, strange, and unforgettable. Each sip floods your mind with forbidden memories and half-seen futures. It doesn't quench, it awakens. Angren, nothing, or blood, rage incarnate. If Angren drinks, it's symbolic. A goblet of blood, cold, iron-tanged and brutal. No taste of life or joy, just a sharp, metallic truth. Suffering without end. Perturabo, Iron Fire Brandy, Dense, mechanicum-engineered spirit. Dark and heavy, with notes of burnt sugar, scorched oak, and a mechanical precision in the aftertaste. This is a drink of bitterness, measured resentment, and tireless endurance. Fulgrim, narco wine. Psychedelic, perfumed spirits. It tastes like flowers and dreams. A swirl of sweetness, perfumed and bright, before the creeping bitterness takes hold. Like beauty gone rotten. The more you drink, the more it drinks you back. Alfarius/Omegon. Unseen. Unknown. But your drink might be poisoned. You'll never see them sip. But your cup, slightly off. Cool and smooth at first. But then a creeping chill. A bitterness that wasn't there before. A drink that tells you nothing is what it seems. Lorgar, sacramental wine. Colchizian ritual wine, spiced and sacred with notes of incense, dark fruit, and burning conviction. A drink not taken lightly. Every mouthful is a sermon. Conrad Kerr's Nihil's Goblet. Symbolic blood or nothing at all. There is no taste, only implication. A single sip, metallic, cold, and hollow. A drink that doesn't comfort, only reminds you that hope is dead. But the most surprising, not Fulgrim's narcotic indulgence, not even Russ's mead. It's Magnus. His drink is not for taste. It's a warp-born cocktail of knowledge, memory, and danger. Sipped like a scholar, endured like a curse. In the end, their drinks reflect their souls. Stoic, savage, sublime. Each Primarch's glass tells a story, even if it's one never poured. Which Primarch drink would you order? Who would you never want to share a bottle with? Drop your ideas in the comments and check out my last video on the fall of Prospero for more lore-packed storytelling. Cheers, and remember, in the 41st millennium, drink responsibly or don't drink at all.